The climate crisis dominates the headlines in the media today.
We are constantly being fed the narrative that we are failing in the fight against climate change and that the UN's Sustainable Development Goals are unlikely to be achieved by 2030.
We are Nick and Talia.
And in collaboration with Startup Lounge Africa, we are embarking on a mission to tell the positive stories of sustainable innovation across the world.
By meeting some of the most innovative entrepreneurs in the sustainability space,
who are implementing solutions that their countries, regions, and our planet require to thrive.
And most importantly, we want to show that if we get behind and scale up these innovations, we can, in fact, achieve the UN's SDGs.
This is our sustainable world.
We're filming a documentary on sustainable innovation, and after finishing in Malawi, we moved on to a country famous for being home to one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Have you guessed it? We've made it to Zambia to discover how one startup is transforming how healthcare is delivered through mobile clinics and AI technology. Dawa Health is a MedTech startup that uses mobile clinics to provide faster, more accessible health services to communities across Lusaka. The team is on a mission to tackle the low birth rates in Zambia by using AI technology to assess female health during pregnancy.
The technology is way more precise than what they'll get in the clinics at a fraction of the price.
The impact is great, it's massive.
Zambia is a country renowned for its natural beauty, abundant wildlife, and rich cultural heritage. Despite its many strengths, Zambia is a developing country, and Zambians face many issues here, for example, in healthcare. The Zambian population has doubled since 2002 and is expected to double again by 2050. This puts huge pressure on the healthcare system to provide care for all these additional people. This is particularly felt when it comes to providing maternal health services for Zambian women.
There are a lot of gaps in terms of what people can attain and services they can get. I'll give you an example with maternal health we are heavily tackling. In maternal health, they usually have one dedicated day in a week where all antenatal and maternal health services are offered. And because of that, you're finding out that thousands of patients are queuing up for that single day. So patients have to wake up at 6 in the morning, go to the hospital, queue up. Maybe they get served at 12. In Zambia, about 8 or so mothers die every day from preventable causes. If you compare with the global north, for example, in Finland, only about 3 mothers die per 100,000 births, whereas if you compare to Zambia, that's about 270 deaths per 100,000 births. So the comparison is very significant in terms of how many mothers we are losing locally.
This is why Tafadzwa Kalisto Munzwa, a trained medical doctor, started Dawa Health in 2020. The company aims to fill the gaps in Zambia's healthcare system, starting with an initial focus on maternal health.
Our mission is essentially focused around decentralizing healthcare. At the moment, we're offering services around maternal and child care, all the range, so from fertility to antenatal to postnatal to under 5s. We offer all services around there. So from things like point of care tests like your HB levels. Additionally, now we've integrated e-pharmacy services into the platform. So for example, we triage a mother in the community. We find that they're anemic and they might need blood boosting. And then they're able to order the necessary medications over the platform, like your folic acid and your iron sulfate. So we offer all those services around maternal and child healthcare.
On average, we charge $2 per month. So per pregnant woman, so it's very affordable. And we have to, in that $2, they can have an ultrasound scan, they can have an HB test, and there are a lot of tests that we do just to ensure we have follow-up services. We found that partnering with last mile delivery services like pharmacies and clinics is the best way to gain market access.
Dawa Health has enabled us to increase the scope of services because legally speaking, a pharmacy is limited to what services it can provide to the community despite having the capacity to provide them to the community. And so what Dawa Health has done is it has brought its mobile hospital that expands the scope of services that it can provide, because it gives us an opportunity to have medical doctors, the nurses, the pharmacists being in one place, giving the services that the community wants at a go.
But how does this work in action? Well, we were invited by Tafatswa and his team to join them at one of their pop-up clinics to find out just how accessible Dawa Health is making healthcare for expecting mothers.
We've arrived in Bauleni, which is one of the largest informal settlements in Lusaka. As you can see, Dawa Health have already set up one of their mobile clinics behind me with Magen pharmacies. There is already a long queue of women expecting mothers that have come here to get their tests done today. So we're going to go see how the process works and meet Charity, who does all the testing for the ladies.
Once an expecting mom walks in, first of all, would love to know whether they've already started their antenatal care. We do our routine checkups. Apart from being pregnant, we want to see whether there are any medical conditions as well.
And then once they've done their triage, they get sent through to the van.
Yes, once the triage is done, they're sent through to the van where we do all those, like the checkups.
What kind of checks are you looking for when you have them in the van here?
We want to see the abdomen. We want to see the height of fantasy. We want to see whether it's descended. We want to see the lie of the baby, the position. The results are within maybe 5, mostly. That's like the maximum 5 minutes.
Wow.
Please.
Only in 5 minutes?
Yes. So with the ultrasound scan, what we're trying to do now is we are integrating some new technology that will help us tell whether or not a pregnant woman is going to go through a cesarean section or a normal birth just after testing the first time when they meet us.
But Dawa Health goes beyond pop-up clinics. They've developed an app that gives pregnant women easy access to services like home visits and delivery kits right at their fingertips.
So I was actually scrolling on Facebook when I found the Dawa Facebook page. It was advertising the delivery kit. There were surgical blades, gloves, maternity pads, jig, the one they used to clean after giving birth. There were some delivery sheets, yes. I had checked my blood levels and I was told it was okay. I would be able to deliver safely. Because without me knowing that, I wouldn't have known until the last day, where they would have told me, no, you need to boost your blood for you to give birth. And you find that it would have been too late. Yes, I've actually been telling like the people around me, no, these health facilities, at least they come to do their home checkups, which is easy. You find that someone is heavily pregnant, instead of them going to get the checkup at the clinic, for them to walk the distances, at least they have to come home. They come home to do the checkups, yes.
Like many of the startups we've encountered on our journey, Dawa Health has grown with the backing of several key organisations. I sat down with Kaz Shirley from Amano Capital and Mule van Bruggen from the International Trade Centre to explore what makes Dawa Health stand out and why they have chosen to support its mission.
They are privileged to be a solution that's for all. So I mean, low income, middle income, high income, everyone people are pregnant. So I think across that, it's just more on the lines of looking at the users and understanding the impact where it should be. And I think they've already found that, and focusing on highly dense areas, focusing on the low income to medium income is a really good market. And they've just found an unbelievable solution. As you can imagine, right now, the price for a pregnant lady to go to a clinic is super expensive. There's a lot of transportation costs, and ultimately the technology is way more precise than what they would get in the clinics at a fraction of the price.
With Dawa Health, they already had a really a strong startup in itself with a strong idea and also a strong team, actually. So that was really good to see. I think where we really added with our program was in terms of internationalization. So we did the Going International training with them, which was followed up by one-on-one sessions, specifically with each startups and also with Dawa Health to see, okay, in your case, what do you need to do to even grow beyond the Zambian borders? And we also supported them to a number of events locally as well as regionally. So, for example, to attend the Tech Expo in Lusaka.
As they expand, I think what we're going to see is a lot of different value adds towards that as well, which is super exciting. Whereas, of course, as they build their clinics around the compound and being able to give the right medicines at a faster rate, which is a big issue here as well, where you can be diagnosed with an issue pre or post birth, and it takes so long for you to be prescribed and for you to get the right medicine and so forth. So increasing that speed is such an impact.
Where they're now, like, they've grown a lot, not just in terms of, you know, how many users they have, but also in terms of how they portray themselves. I mean, they've included the AI, which is, I think, an incredible innovation, especially nowadays where, you know, everyone is all about AI, and they kind of did that even before that big boom came out.
Dawa Health is poised to transform maternal healthcare in Zambia and beyond. By offering low-cost, accessible services, they're helping more pregnant women get the care they need, dramatically increasing the chances of saving lives.
2 lives, in fact, the pregnant woman and the child.
So with its AI-powered solution to maternal health, I think Dawa has a great impact already, and even more potential to impact the future of healthcare in Zambia and beyond.
We've received a lot of requests to say why is the bus, they call it the bus here, the mobile hospital, not coming every weekend.
Actually, the World Health Organization essentially ideally wants maternal mortality rate across, the world to be under 100,000 beds, and in Zambia we still have them close to 250. So we are hoping we can get there to as close as 0 as possible, right? Like I mentioned, about 8 mothers who die daily from preventable causes in Zambia. And with our work, we now have some of the predictive technology and the decentralized care. We hope we can bring it as close to 0 as possible.